their future probably not looking too bright.
Wait, what you trying to say?
I'm saying there's only two places they can end up being.
Not looking bright.
I mean, I don't know if you guys.
Yo, what's cracking, y'all? It's your boy Izakage back with another one. We got a crazy one today. Oh yeah, and if you guys like this kind of content, make sure you guys leave a comment, like, and subscribe. It helps keep your boy in the algorithms, and it also keeps content like this coming. All right, without further ado, let's get it.
Reputation has always mattered in hip-hop. If you say something, there's a sense that you need to be able to say it verifiably, but it seems like this is only unique to rappers. After all, it's not like anyone asked Freddie Mercury of Queen, Tom Jones, or Johnny Cash if they really killed people when they claimed they caught bodies on songs. Yet, in the warped world of drill music, the more dirt you do, the more lucrative your rap career becomes. However, there's two sides to becoming infamous, because while it may bring you success in the short term, the notoriety of being a famous shooter makes you an even bigger target in the streets, and might mean that you aren't around to savor the work you put in to make your life better. And for this Chi-Town gangster,
Q50, he just had like a show in like St. Louis, and they just tore his whip up. I'm gonna do a reaction to that one too. That one's coming soon. Well, yeah, let's get back into this one.
he was too far gone to ever be redeemed. It's your boy Luesta, and this is the horrifying story of Bloodhound Lil Jeff, the drill rapper who took out 11 people before passing on in just as violent a fashion himself. Raised by a single mother in Chi-Town, Jeffrey Harris never had it easy. In fact, he was almost capped inadvertently at the age of 14 when his house was shot up due to his older brother's own gang ties. Meanwhile, his father, who wasn't around, allegedly had ties to 068 C Block. Hailing from 79th Street and Maryland Avenue on the east side, this is Black Disciples territory. And eventually, Jeff threw caution to the wind when his dreams of basketball were over.
I was 16. I was trying to play basketball, but that's around the time I ain't make the varsity team. So at 16 was when I was realizing this shit real. I don't know what the I'm gonna do. Cause you know, after that point, it's like once you don't make that team, it's over.
Left with no direction, he soon found himself in the waiting arms of gang life. Founded in
That's why I miss,
as an offshoot
like,
of
back in the
gangs,
old days a little bit, like, they used to have those centers and all that, like, for, like, after school, when you used to get out of school, you can go to the little center, and then they help you with your homework. They provide activities and stuff for y'all to do, and, like, it just keep you busy when you get out of school. I know it's not really for everybody, but still, like, for people that, like, he didn't have nothing to do, he's trying to get on that basketball team, it probably would have helped him, you know, find some guidance or something now. Like, he wouldn't have been just left going back to the streets and all that. You know what I'm saying? Just food for thought.
Known as Braindead and Drill City 079, Lil Jeff swore allegiance to the Bloodhound crew when he hopped off the porch at the age of 18. Pitted against enemies like BKN, Trap City, 800, and the A-Tray Mob among others, Jeff put the same level of dedication he once gave to his hoop dreams.
If you or a loved one were sexually abused as a minor at San Bernardino or San Diego youth centers, including the facility
to terrorizing his ops. From his earliest days as an affiliate, he flagrantly waved guns, bragged about robberies, and insisted he wasn't scared of anyone.
I'm gonna show y'all who just got his ass cooked. That nigga found mad. It wasn't him, but it was another. I'm gonna show y'all. Look, first he had on. It's him right here. Ooh, I see his. He ain't had none of this shit. What a burst was that? Man, we exposing this nigga, cuz his ass is fucking. Show that dick. We got an AP already, Stone. I'm having a way in Chicago, Illinois. Now we got another road.
Hey man, get them people they shit back. Like
them they should never been trying to kick it down Atlanta Green. That's it, $10. It cost him his whole hustle career. Everything he worked hard for, it cost lost all.
However, in a world where some individuals
Damn, bro, documented everything he did.
This certainly wasn't the case with Lil Jeff.
Demon time.
In fact, he didn't even
For
seem
real,
to care
for real.
if he got imprisoned, considering he literally attempted a drill on IG Live.
Said that bitch tweet. That bitch was just tweaking.
Despite his young age and lack of experience, Jeff quickly became a key player in the gang. The turning point came when his close confidant Z-Money was taken out in what was believed to be a backdooring hit. This killing shattered a decade-long truce between Bloodhound and Trap City, igniting an all-out war. For Jeff, this was a pivotal moment, the point where he officially declared open season on his enemies.
I'm taking the killing school. Class start next week. You gotta at least have 2 bodies though. For I ain't coming with no. If you ain't got shit, I can't work with no beginners for. You gotta at least have a 2. I'm gonna give y'all 2 minimum. I'm gonna start at 2 minimum, cause y'all know why I'm gonna start at 2 minimum. Now I'm just doing it for a tradition. I'm gonna start at 2 minimum, man. 2, you gotta have a minimum of 2. No, anything you gotta have.
I'm gonna keep it 100. That's some goofy shit, like.
2 of them bitches to come to school,
bro.
Sit your dumb ass in this
and then bro ain't even here no more. You know what I'm saying? Like this, when you get back what you put out.
Within a matter of months,
you know what I'm saying? That's why it's better to just have you a plan in life. Don't follow these, you know what I'm saying, rappers or whoever that you think that this shit cool. This shit is not cool. It's only gonna turn out one way, or maybe 2. And they both not cool. Them gonna be the 2 bodies.
From A-Tray, and a 33-year-old known as Black from the Evans mob, frequently mentioned by so-called Chiraqologists. However, there are some that Jeff did his utmost to prove that he did, while stopping short of handing himself to the cops. First off, there was the murder of Trap City's Leal. In June of 2023, Leal got into a lift on the 1300 block of West Taylor in Little Italy when Bloodhound pulled up and unleashed gunfire, leaving him dead on arrival at the hospital. In the aftermath, the driver Robert Smith opened up about the horrendous attack.
Smith says he hit the gas when someone standing outside of the car started shooting. He rushed going to the hospital where he was pronounced dead.
I was running stop signs at intersections to get away. So at one intersection, I had to stop because there was a car coming through, and then I turned to him and said, "Hey, I'm going to take you to the hospital." And he said, "Okay." Then the next time I stopped, I had to stop at a light because there was 2 cars coming through the intersection, so I couldn't run it immediately. And I looked back then, and he wasn't moving anymore.
Although no arrests were officially made, Lil Jeff hopped online immediately to claim responsibility.
Go ask my ops that Michael Drake put shit in park. Go ask my ops that Michael Drake his ass ain't making fuck. Go ask my ops that Michael Drake his ass ain't get out that car. You know that? I was right there, you know that?
And from there, he continued to antagonize his foes by reenacting the scene for his own amusement.
Go, bitch, we sent shit up. When I ran up on that car, his ass looked up and he...
While this brutal crime cemented his reputation, his most infamous act came on January 26th, 2024, the double murder of 2 high school students, who go by the name of
So this nigga gonna do the crime and gonna make a TikTok out of it. And that's a new generation for you. Spin your shit, then go hop on the net. Make a TikTok. It's a new TikTok.
And Robert Lil Rob Boston,
Cray.
which were both members of rival gang BKN. Reportedly, the tensions were prompted by an attempted robbery that he escaped.
Have someone ever tried to take like some of your belongings from you?
Now listen, I ain't gonna lie.
They look like they was still in elementary school.
I will tell you that.
Middle school.
Niggas did what they did.
What, he zeroed you on the move or something?
Yeah, basically.
That happens to the best of us, right? We all been finessed.
Yeah, his ass ran off and it wasn't about shit.
We done all been finessed, bro.
Just a little shit.
That's what comes with the streets.
Shit wasn't about nothing at all. I'm talking about at all.
Believing BKN to be responsible, Lil Jeff swore to get his revenge. On that fateful day in 2024, Monty and Lil Rob were outside Innovations High School when masked assailants hopped out and let off shots. After they were both hit multiple times in the chest, Monty and Lil Rob died at 17 and 16 respectively. These killings shocked Chicago in terms of both the scale of the broad daylight assault.
Have you been sexually assaulted at a youth detention facility in San Bernardino County? If
assault and the age.
Like I said, they was in middle school probably. or high school.
Under this CTA elevated
See if niggas was going to school at all.
Bashed in Washington in the Loop, where police say 2 teen boys, a 16 and 17-year-old, both students at Innovations High School, were shot and killed. Fear piercing through the busy midday.
We was supposed to get out of that for 12:50, and then they started shooting. They was like, can't nobody go in, can't nobody come out.
It happened shortly before 12:30 this afternoon. Police say 6 students were walking out of the school after classes were dismissed when a car and SUV, both dark in color, pulled up.
And a group of individuals exited said vehicles, fired multiple times, striking 2 of the teenage students of Innovations High School.
But for Jeff, it was just another thing for him to boast about.
I feel if I get mad enough, the shit will start happening. I went black for like a week, and poof. Gotta go. After that one, poof. I came back, poof. I don't live them niggas though.
Elsewhere, in his newly launched rap career, Lil Jeff made reference to turning Za into Za, referring to another moniker for Monty.
Bitches wanna eat dick cause they know I smoke pot. We really spank shit, turns out into Za. Damn.
Suddenly, Jeff became a rising name in Chicago, and as he transitioned into music, his notoriety only fueled his buzz. But with his growing legend came an ever-expanding list of enemies. While he's often recognized as a rapper, it's important to note that Lil Jeff's music career was incredibly short-lived. His earliest tracks like Can't Beat Us only surfaced about 2 years ago. But with his name now carrying weight both in the streets of Chicago and on Reddit as an active shooter, his Stepping in Blood mixtape soon got immensely popular. Soon enough, he was getting calls for interviews where he became cryptic about the exact activities he was up to on the streets.
Cause they said Bloodhound Lil Jeff got 10 bodies. I said, okay, well he can't be in the rack then. This nigga must be, you feel me? In the UK. You know what I'm saying? So we definitely want to get to know the Bloodhound Lil Jeff story today. Can you start by telling us where you from?
Chicago, you know, east side of Chicago. East side of Chicago.
However, it's clear that he leaned into the image whenever he got the chance.
So, okay, so you got this reputation, man. You got this crazy reputation.
Shit.
Feel me? How do you move through Chicago? Do you feel like you probably got a target on your back?
Hell nah, these niggas scared, man. I'm outside every day, they ass ducking. I never see people on live dropping my low, showing they ass where I'm at.
We be outside every day.
I be from up everywhere you could think of.
Soon, Lil Jeff's legend continued to expand, with speculation growing that he wasn't solely active in Chicago. In both his own music and that of his allies like Lil Scoom, there were lyrics hinting at him and Q50 operating as hitmen.
It's wild. And then the even more crazy thing about Jeff and Q50 is that, you know, allegedly they were doing hits for money in another city. So there's a whole bunch of lyrics that they've got talking about I'm in Milwaukee taking hits for hits for paper, doing hits for change. And only since my documentaries came out, there's been a new theory on Reddit that there's basically was a triple homicide in Milwaukee that people are saying, yo, this is the one where Jeff and Q50, they were paid to kill one guy and they ended up killing 3 guys. And then there's a bunch of lyrics where Jeff and Q50 have these little bars where they're talking about my first hit was a 2 for 1. I'm in Milwaukee doing hits for the change. My first hit wasn't a regular hit. It's actually crazy. These guys are taking
that nigga small as hell.
You can tell that they idolize Von.
4 foot
As wild
5.
as it sounds, this theory was backed by Jeff appearing in Milwaukee rappers' music videos, along with artists like Chiraq paying tribute to him on Instagram.
Free bands for life.
Although he believed the city was beyond saving, Lil Jeff insisted that no matter how much success he gained as a rapper, Chicago was the only place for him as long as he had unfinished business.
How can we make Chicago a better place?
You can't. This shit f***ed up. Yeah, that's how. If you what you could do for now is just mind your business and just that's it. Just stay in your own lane. That's all you could do. But it's f***ed up. I ain't this shit f***ed up. You just gotta get the f*** on. If you can move, go ahead and get the f*** out of here.
Yeah, I know you aspire to move one day once you...
No? I ain't ducking my shit, boy.
Then you wanna stay?
I love the records, bustin'. I'm gonna move one day though, but not right now.
Yeah.
I got shit going on.
But no matter how ruthless he seemed, Jeff wasn't as cold-hearted as he made himself out to be. Beneath the tough exterior, it was clear that he was self-medicating to cope with the trauma of his lifestyle. At one point, he was even seen snorting a perk mid-interview.
Now I see you over there, you getting something together.
This ain't about shit, no attention.
Smirkane. He's snorting that perk. Smirkane.
We ain't never seen that on DJ
These youngins
UTV
is
before.
fried.
We ain't never seen that on DJ UTV before.
There's a lot of shit you ain't never seen.
Go.
Seeing he was on the fast track to destruction,
Lil' bro
some
gone.
interviewers, such as DJ
In this
U,
interview?
attempted to advise him, but
And in real life. Crazy.
being young and reckless, he wasn't really trying to hear it.
If a student graduates from this school, their future probably not looking too bright.
Wait, what you trying to say?
I'm saying there's only two places
So
they
my
can end up
future
in.
not looking bright.
I mean, I don't know if you graduate from school or not.
Bro's ready to crash.
It's like, man, just look, is my future looking bright or not?
But I'm just saying, if you graduate from a killer school,
He trying to say my shit ain't looking bright.
no, you're a rapper, so your future looks very bright. But if a young man go to a killer school, you know,
Become a rapper and have a bright future. See, there you go, big up.
money and be well.
Exactly, he could do a lot. Listen, that shit come with more. Listen, it's a lot of shit behind the scenes that I can't tell you, and that's why I'm trying to skip questions, cause I can't trying to come on. Trying to skip the question.
right.
Get the fuck on from this shit.
Besides, Lil Jeff had a pretty cynical outlook for someone who was barely even old enough to drink. For one thing, he was scarily at peace with the prospect of his demise, but the alleged mass murderer claimed that if he did go down, there'd be vengeance.
They say I'm dead, tell them to get back. Oh no, they still finna go spin for me though. They still finna spin for me.
That boy got caught in rap,
Yeah, or not. Folks say he still finna go spin for me. Whoever did that to me, we spinning on
Bro
y'all.
retarded.
Throwing
with
away souls like dirty napkins.
Throwing away
is
souls
crazy.
like dirty
Talking
napkins is crazy.
in pre-death is wild. At least he was prepared to go. Clearly, Bloodhound Lil Jeff wasn't scared of going down in a blaze of infamy. In fact, it appeared that he felt there was no way around it once you entered that life. In this sense, Jeff shared the same mindset as one of his rap idols, King Von.
Somebody kill somebody, everybody got family, somebody relate to him or somebody cool him, you kill him. Now everybody that he was close with is trying to kill you. It's a never ending, or they gonna kill, let's kill somebody close to him.
Right. Hey, how does that end? How y'all stop that?
It don't stop. It's to everybody, all the people that playing the game, it's gone. You see what I'm saying? It's the last man standing. It's either you gonna be in jail, you gonna die, or you getting lucky around this bitch.
That was some
Trying
real
to keep
ass shit
pushing
though.
as long as he could, Lil Jeff would never
That's
back
them
down.
was the only two
nor
options
retreat.
I was talking about right there. That's it. Ain't nothing else.
So when things went left, those in the know saw it as a foregone conclusion. Inevitably though, if you knew Jeffrey, yes, inevitably. And sure enough, in the same year that he was catapulted to fame, Lil Jeff would be taken out of the picture. Considering how much dirt he did in the streets towards his rivals, Lil Jeff was already firmly on their most wanted list. But the situation escalated when he was caught in Trap City during an attempted drill. After chasing his enemies into their own territory, Jeff stormed into a house, aiming to take out an op, only to catch a bullet to the chest. And although he was rushed to the hospital, it was a little too late, as he was pronounced dead on arrival. The crime scene noted that a male victim, John Doe, was near a sidewalk when he was struck in the chest by gunfire. The victim was transported to the hospital where he was pronounced dead. There are no suspects in custody. A large number of shell casings were located at the crime scene. Lil Jeff was gunned down at just 21 years old, and for his enemies, his death was a cause for celebration.
They say they shot that brain.
Hey, twig.
Hey, overpaid. What you on? Can't eat this shit.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, yo.
I gave you that. Hold on. I gave you that. I gave you that. I bet. Pop that right now.
But to so many others like FBG Young, it was a case of a young man striving to be something to the extent that it killed him.
I feel like they die out faster because they just jumping into something, they don't know the steps of it. They just like, okay, jumping in and go off to diss songs and still gotta catch the bus or still gotta ride.
you're about to lose $40,000 for your car accident because you don't know this one trick, check this out.
That's the Uber and stuff like that. So they don't really know, like, a lot of things can affect you with going that route, especially when you ain't got everything taken care of already. You still a kid. When you first starting off anyway, you still living with your mama. You probably ain't got no money.
Facts.
You got to take these buses.
I think some of them probably do know that, but they just don't care.
Other people, so it's all stuff
like some of them is aware of that, they just don't care.
According to Chiraq
And the ones that's incompetent to that, they just in that now. And ain't no going back. You can't take it back now. Ain't no apologies. You feel me? Even when you dead. That's what Smirk said on one of them songs. I can't remember the name of the song, but
Jeff was linked to the attempted setup of a man named Trap City Rob.
You can see on the video somebody outside, like, talking to their girlfriend or, you know, talking to a person who they just interacted with. And you see him run down and chase the guy in the house. And then you see him flying back off the porch. And then you hear do. And the paperwork can say he was hit 19 times in the chest area.
He was shot 19
times. And that's how I think they grabbed Rob for the murder, because it's overkill. It ain't self-defense 19 times. Clearly see on camera that 4 dudes is waiting outside basically to ambush them. Like, I don't think he should be in jail, but in Chicago, they lock up the wrong people. They let out the wrong people, you know, and it's just crazy, man. But Rob, he's still up in there. He's still up in there. He got charged with the murder of Lil Jeff.
Rob was recently picked up for the murder after a witness allegedly placed him at the scene. In a bizarre twist, cops had to use 2 sets of cuffs on Rob's due to his sheer size. But with a lack of solid evidence, he was ultimately released. Rather than boasting about it,
got smart. You feel me? I don't want to talk. Next.
He's someone I don't want to talk.
You don't want to talk?
Yeah. I trot Rob. What you on, gang?
What you on, gang?
You know, shit, we coolin'.
Yeah.
We right here talking.
As for Lil Jeff's fans, they simply saw it as a case of squandering the potential he had. He jumped off the porch at 18, which means he had nothing to do after high school but hang with the wrong crowd, and went hard in the streets to catch up or prove himself. Having a name as an alleged killer and definitely a robber while moving around like that is like having a death wish. But while most normal people saw him as someone who simply squandered his potential and fell victim to the streets, so-called Chiraqologists praised him as a legend.
Is the legions of kids on Reddit who are really like worshiping Lil Jeff for the amount of murders that he was apparently able to.
Jeffology? Yeah, there's a Jeffology.
They have a Jeffology
subreddit.
They're calling him J-Roy, which I was very into that. Like, one of the most damning things is like this series of emojis that he would put in his captions, in which each different emoji seemed to reference a different person. So like a lot of people have seen this like really traumatic video of basically these 2
bro is a serial killer.
Kids. They got killed in Chicago. It's been
you ain't even no rapper.
Lil Jeff was
I've never heard a song.
As for his homies, the world essentially stopped.
Not a one.
In a tribute post, Lil Scoom 89.
Not a one song. This shit out of hand.
Couldn't believe what happened to his fallen brother, saying, "I love you. I'ma be with you real soon." A talented rapper in his own right, Scoom had big plans for life beyond the shy.
Where you want to be at age 33?
Somewhere in Europe in a big ass crib with my wife and kids, so not worrying about shit. My first goal now is get away from him for period point blank. Like, I already don't be in this month. Like, what's the point of living here for? Shit, I want to have kids, gang. I ain't gonna lie, folks. I don't get no. How tough you is on my dead cousin grave. What a real nigga scared of death and fucking jail. My cousin grave, don't let no nigga tell you they not scared of that shit.
But tragically, Scoom wouldn't get a chance to achieve any of that. Instead, he barely lasted a month before he was ambushed and murdered while simply trying to get a haircut.
Damn, that's fucked
Chicago
up.
Drill was relieved
Bro
of
couldn't
2
even
of
get
its
that
biggest
cut.
prospects for the future,
Last
leaving
cut.
a glaring hole in the scene.
I feel like
Damn.
if they had some real
What kind of first 48 episode would that be?
really standing on
Last Stop Barber. Last Supercut. Damn, Last Cut. Rest in peace.
On them, how motherfuckers be standing on me and how I stand on my artists, and I feel like Lil Jeff and Lil Schoon, them little niggas would be, they was something to work with. Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, they the new generation.
But by the sounds of it, all that despair hasn't stopped 079 Bloodhound from staying active. According to Traplo Ross, their homie and fellow rapper Q50 has recently picked up where Jeff left off. He also argues that if Jeff had survived, he would almost certainly be behind bars by now.
You know, Q50's still out here. He got arrested for a little period of time, but he got let back out, and he's just out here, you know, navigating the streets with supposedly with 8 bodies. I don't know how he's not in jail. It's actually kind of baffling, this whole situation. I think if Jeff was here, he would definitely be in jail, facing really serious charges for a number of bodies that he'd allegedly committed and claimed. Those guys made it really obvious for everyone, you know.
It don't matter what he say.
Q50, who
it was
spent
all
time
alleged.
behind bars for firearm possession,
So it doesn't matter what you think or how you feel this person should, where you feel like they should be at. It's all alleged. None of it's been confirmed, you know. But type of cases like these, cases always stay open. They never close. The statute of limitation is forever. So you never know how the outcome would have been if he was still here. You just never know.
Don't lie, when I lost my big brother, I ain't gonna lie, that shit, I'm gonna keep that shit a buck, cause I ain't no more, you know, I ain't no lying ass nigga. That shit hurt me. That's my big brother, that's my everyday nigga. This we the same nigga, we the same brain. We think like, you know what I'm saying? We do everything together. This when I'm downstairs sleep, this who coming downstairs, he don't get no fuck if I got a hole in the bed. He gonna come downstairs and wake me up just cause that's my big brother. Can't no any nigga just do that.
Already reeling from the passing of Jeff, he claimed in a moment of real vulnerability that the death of Scoom was the last straw where he was taken away.
Lil Scoom, that was my heart. Cause Lil Bro, the thing I don't know about Lil Bro, he had a sweet soul. Lil Bro always smiling. He bring a smile out of me, you know? Yeah. So it's like when my little brother died, and it was a month after, I took that shit. I ain't gonna lie, I had to take a minute, like, you know what I'm saying? My big brothers, they had ended up just putting me where, like, not no hospital, nothing. They just put me in a different spot so I could get my mind straight and don't move off emotion.
Bro said at the hospital, he was finna check into that behavioral health mental hospital.
Yeah,
Hey,
AI, but I'm
do
here
what
to
you gotta
talk
do.
apps. Real apps you can build in minutes with Base 44. This finance app.
Well,
he doing this shit genuinely. He didn't want to fade out of nothing. Folks, I ain't like, we barely, when me and Dude get on the phone, we barely even talk about music. It's about how I'm doing right now. That's fine. How I'm holding up. If I need anything, long live my nigga.
in a surreal moment which depicts where we're at with Drill, YBC Duel was also a collaborator of Lil Jeff and Scooms on the track Long Live Jeffrey Dahmer. Now 7 months on from those visuals going live on YouTube, every single one of these artists has passed on. With the story of Lil Jeff, you see where the worlds of rap and the streets get far too entangled. These days, the more real-life dirt you've done, the more it boosts your career. And for Chicago OGs like Tay Savage, who can see how much havoc it's wreaking, hip-hop needs to move on from that era of IG live taunting and dead op dissing.
That's telling. That's motherfucker always talking about telling. That's telling. Try snitching. You telling on yourself.
But it's not really okay.
You selling your soul, trying to hope a label gonna catch you or something. Like, now it's cool. Like, okay, I can get you. You probably, like you say, it's art. So I can get you maybe. All right, it's this little stigma right here. Let me play on that. But when you talking about real work and you saying like shit that's open, I'm talking about like shit that, come on, bro. I get you need some type, like a certain type of image to be the type of rapper
Super
that
goofy.
trying to be whatever. But that's
All
telling.
that shit
You
goofy
doing all
for
that
real,
police
for real.
shit, all that. That's telling. But when you just
So
on
whoever
that
think that
just
shit
straight
cool,
up, oh yeah, we did that. We
that's some
smoked
goofy.
this. Yeah, no, that
That's
shit
goofy activity.
Because
Just know that.
when that becomes commonplace, it'll no longer yield the same kind of star-making quality. And so, they'll always have to up the ante, and that is a terrifying thought.
and there's gonna be another motherfucker that's gonna want to beat Lil Jeff.
Yeah.
So he gonna be like, okay, damn, Lil Jeff snorted that on there. What can I do? I'm gonna throw somebody off a bridge on live.
Despite how Reddit portrays him, he wasn't just some video game character. He was a real, albeit dangerous person, and to friends like JB Bin Laden, his loss was deeply felt.
When did you meet Lil Jeff?
I really like his big brother. That's one of my best friends for real. I know him since he was like really like 6, 7.
What's he like growing up as a kid?
Folks a badass little kid for real. He's a sneaky badass little kid, bro. He'd be like sneaky bad. Everything he did for real, he excelled in that shit.
You got funny Lil Jeff stories?
This one when he was a little kid. Back then we used to have little socks and shit, bro was a hooper too. Put his socks on, the little hoopers, elite little Nike socks. Them bitches was there. He'd be mad as hell, face red as hell.
Yeah, that's some real little brother shit.
Long live Lil Jeff, man. Long live Schoon, man. Long live LA, man. Free for now, man. Fuck the ops.
And unfortunately, the war that took his life and countless others shows no signs of slowing down. Recently, JB Bin Laden and his crew barely survived an ambush at a recording studio, an attack that happened while they were being filmed for a documentary.
Damn, can't even do an interview in peace.
These are the final moments I filmed before we exited the
Somebody
recording studio.
followed
They
that
were
shit.
met by 6 masked gunmen who emptied over 60 rounds at us in close range,
that's
injuring 4
crazy.
people.
The shooting happened right outside of studios. As a matter of fact, I want you to come take a look at this. One of the bullets pierced this door, and that's not the only one. We found a shell casing on the sidewalk, the same sidewalk where 4 men were shot.
And in the process,
I don't know. Did you?
The cameraman was struck in the jugular with a bullet.
Was the blood coming out of you?
Escaping.
There's blood all over me. Did I get hit?
That's cray
Where's that my
cray.
hand? Did I get hit? Oh fuck, did I get hit? Did I get hit? Oh, I got hit.
With promises of new posthumous music from Bloodhound Lil Jeff in the works, it's clear that his legacy will live on. But he could have been so
Yeah, if you
much
guys
more.
like this
Not to
kind of
mention
content, like
that
I
if
said
he
at the
never
start
got
of the
caught up
video,
in this
if
life,
you made it this
as
far,
many as
make
11
sure you
others
leave a
might
like,
still be alive
you
too.
subscribe,
Stop the
and
violence.
also leave a comment too. Let me know what type of stuff y'all like to listen to. Like, like I react to mainly this kind of stuff, but if you know any type of other things, just give me some comments, let me know, and I'll bring it to you. All right, then, until next time, your boy Izakage. Deuces.